Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of today. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. On June 23, 2025, the Russian armed forces conducted a high-precision coordinated strike campaign targeting Ukrainian military-industrial infrastructure, including facilities in the Kyiv region, a key military airfield, and the Ukrainian Navy's mine torpedo arsenal. According to the Russian command, all assigned objectives were successfully destroyed. These actions form part of a broader, multi-front offensive effort continuing across Sumy, Kharkiv, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson regions.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Colonel Oguntoye, let's get straight to the point. The briefing notes today suggest a sweeping multi-directional push by Russian forces. Can you start by summarizing the scale and intent behind today's operations?
June 23rd marks another deliberate escalation in the Russian operational rhythm, particularly in terms of depth and simultaneity. The core philosophy behind today's actions was to dislocate Ukrainian defensive cohesion across 5 major axes while degrading command and logistics infrastructure at depth. We initiated a coordinated strike package involving precision-guided munitions and unmanned aerial systems targeting key nodes in Kyiv, particularly defense production facilities, airfield infrastructure, and a significant naval arsenal. The goal here wasn't just destruction, it was signaling. These hits are about creating logistical paralysis and making future Ukrainian mobilization costlier and slower. Simultaneously, across the front lines from Sumy to Kherson, we applied pressure at multiple tactical choke points, combining maneuver warfare with interdiction fire to fracture Ukrainian response bandwidth.
Let's take a closer look at that northern front, Sumy and Kharkiv. You mentioned dislocating defenses. What did that look like on the ground?
In the northern corridor, the North group of forces pushed forward with a deliberate plan to seize control over terrain with high observation value, essentially, high ground positions and urban edges that provide tactical overwatch and logistics interdiction routes. In Sumy, we engaged and overran elements of 4 mechanized and 3 airborne assault brigades near settlements such as Besilovka and Kotin. These were not minor skirmishes. These were combined arms battles supported by artillery and short-range drone ISR. Every inch we gained improved our ability to apply fires across Ukrainian supply lines in the region.
And in Kharkiv?
In Kharkiv, the situation mirrored that tempo. Positions in Sliznevo and Ivashki saw focused assaults against territorial defense and National Guard formations, which tend to hold the rear echelon but are becoming more involved at the front due to attrition in frontline brigades.
We also saw aggressive moves by the central and southern groups. What's their operational mandate at this stage?
The southern and central groups are executing what we term tactical envelopment with disruptive fire. This isn't about grabbing cities immediately, it's about shaping the battlefield. For example, around Seversk and Chasov Yar, southern group troops have pressed forward to disrupt rear-area artillery placements and challenge Ukrainian airmobile unit flexibility.
And the center group of forces?
The central group, however, is in full offensive stride. With advances near Dmitrov, Novosergivka, and Lenina, they've punched through established trench belts using coordinated assault waves followed by rapid exploitation. These are highly disciplined operations. We're leveraging night vision superiority, mechanized mobility, and electronic warfare to jam Ukrainian counter-drone capabilities. One especially notable outcome today was the engagement and reported degradation of the Ukrainian Kizhak Joint Police Brigade. Their loss, both tactically and symbolically, reduces local command flexibility.
And the DNEPR group, operating across Kherson and Zaporizhia, how are they factoring into this evolving strategy?
The Dnipro Group is executing what we call economy of force maneuvers with high-value strike insertions. Today's operations around Kamenskoye and Preobrazhenka focused on forcing Ukrainian forces to expend resources holding ground of limited strategic value while being exposed to relentless drone and artillery harassment. It's death by 1,000 cuts, AUC. And with every artillery battery or EW station we destroy, like the 2 taken out today, we reduce their ability to mount a consolidated counter-response. The broader implication is this: we're stretching Ukrainian resources thin while preparing favorable conditions for decisive breakthroughs elsewhere.
Before we wrap, how would you assess the overall strategic outlook after today's operations? Are we looking at an inflection point?
What we're witnessing is a progressive, cumulative approach to what in doctrine we'd call operational strangulation. Rather than a dramatic encirclement or thunder run, it's about erosion, dismantling the Ukrainian war machine piece by piece. Today's coordinated deep strikes and incremental ground gains signal a transition from static positional warfare to maneuver-centric offensive action. And make no mistake, this tempo will accelerate. The destruction of training facilities for FPV drone operators today shows we're not just attacking front lines, we're attacking the future capacity to regenerate force. Whether Ukraine can adapt quickly enough is the defining question now. But from our side, initiative and tempo remain firmly in our favor.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for the opportunity. Today, Israel launched numerous strikes against Iran, targeting military sites in Tehran and Kermanshah, missile storage facilities, and airport installations. Reports indicate 6 Iranian airports were hit, with 15 fighter jets and helicopters destroyed. Access routes to the Fordow nuclear site were also attacked to disrupt them. Some reports suggest the Fordow site itself was hit. The IDF considers this the most intense bombing campaign on the Iranian capital. Israel's defense minister stated that sites in Tehran, including Evin Prison and Basich paramilitary group headquarters, were targeted. The IDF in Gaza continues operations, with the humanitarian crisis worsening and a growing need for adequate aid, particularly food and medicine, which are being denied by Israel.
This has been Frontline Updates. Subscribe for daily military briefings and in-depth strategic analysis. Visit our platform for maps, transcripts, and exclusive Frontline updates from commanders in theater.